features and position during the dissection. Now, histological aspects only. Let's learn now the wall of esophagus. Hanya, explain the wall of the esophagus. You will be asked in this manner. Explain the wall of esophagus. And you will try to explain the innermost. Try to practice the names of the layers.
The innermost is tunica mucosa. So it's made up of 3 layers.
3 sublayers.
3 sublayers.
It comprises 3 sublayers, clearly distinguished sublayers. The innermost is always epithelium. What type of epithelium covers esophagus?
Stratified squamous
non-keratinized. This is the epithelium of the oral cavity, tongue, and esophagus. In the oral cavity, tongue, and esophagus, the epithelium is stratified, squamous, non-keratinized. We have stomach, the epithelium is simple columnar mucus secreting. If we have small intestine, what happened with biophysics? Did you pass biophysics? If we have stomach, the epithelium is simple columnar mucus secreting. Esophagus. The epithelium, we're talking only about the epithelium now, the innermost layer of this organ of the digestive system. Esophagus is lined by stratified squamous, non-keratinized. Stomach, simple columnar mucus secreting. Small intestine, by simple columnar absorptive. Large intestine, simple columnar with less absorptive cells, and numerous mucus secreting cells. This is the complete explanation of epithelial plate. Once again, esophagus, stratified, squamous, non-keratinized. Stomach, mucus secreting, but these mucus cells differ from the mucus secreting cells in the glands. They are separate parts, separate subclass of mucus secreting cells. Small intestine.
Simple columnar absorptive.
Absorptive, it means that these cells have numerous microvilli that increase the surface of cell membrane. These cells with microvilli, these projections of cell membrane, are responsible for increasing the surface of cell membrane, and therefore the surface responsible for resorption. And epithelium of large intestine,
simple columnar with less absorptive and numerous
mucus secreting cells. And now we have learned the epithelium of esophagus, stomach, small and large intestine. The next sublayer of mucous membrane is lamina propria. glands within the lamina propria of esophagus. The principal glands in the case of esophagus are located in the submucosa. Only the upper 1/3 of esophagus, but these glands are not important. Muscularis mucosae. All organs of digestive system, digestive tube, have muscularis mucosae. Because tunica mucosa tends to make numerous folds. It is not smooth. Numerous folds are formed by the contraction of these cells. Telosubmucosa is an important layer of connective tissue located between tunica mucosa and tunica muscularis. Only esophagus and duodenum have glands located in telosubmucosa. In the esophagus, they are named glandulae esophageae. In duodenum, the name of these glands is glandulae duodenalis or Brunner's glands. Only esophagus and duodenum have glands located in telosubmucosa. Stomach, small and large intestine are devoid of glands in this layer. And we can distinguish, we can recognize duodenum from the other part of small intestine, jejunum and ileum, by the presence of mucus-secreting Brunner's glands located in telosubmucosa. Tunica muscularis and tunica adventitia if the organ is enveloped by connective tissue. But if the organ is enveloped by peritoneum, the outermost layer will be tunica serosa. Means that the organ is enveloped by peritoneum. I'll explain esophagus according to this plan. Lamina epithelialis of esophagus is stratified, squamous, non-keratinized. Lamina propria doesn't contain glands. Muscularis mucosae, well developed, responsible for folding of mucus coat or mucus membrane. Telosubmucosa of esophagus contains mucus-secreting glands called glandulae esophageae. Tunica muscularis, the second main layer, is composed of inner circular and outer longitudinal layer. The outermost is tunica adventitia, connective tissue capsule or envelope. Stomach, the next portion of digestive tube. Stomach, the epithelium of the stomach is simple columnar mucus secreting. There are 3 types of glands in the stomach located in lamina propria. The names of these glands are glandulae cardiaceae, glandulae cardiaceae, glandule, gastrice, proprie, proper gastric glands, cardiac glands, proper gastric glands located in the body of the stomach, and glandule pylorice located in the pyloric portion of the stomach. In the pyloric portion of the stomach. And imagine stomach. This is epithelium. Once again, the epithelium of the stomach.
Simple columnar
Mucus secreting. Simple columnar. Simple means one layer, one row of mucus secreting cells. Lamina propria contains glands. Lamina propria is composed of loose connective tissue, but it contains simple tubular glands. Each gland has a neck above the corpus, and so-called bottom rests on muscularis mucosa. Tightly packed, simple tubular glands are proper gastric glands, but cardiac and pyloric in this region, the glands are branched tubular, branched. Branched tubular glands. The most important are these glands, proper gastric glands. They contain 4 types of cells. Chief, parietal, mucus secreting, and enteroendocrine. Entero means that these cells are located in the digestive tube. Entero in digestive tube. Endocrine, the substances that are produced by these cells are similar to hormones. Enteroendocrine, they resemble endocrine glands, but actually these are separated classes of cells. Chief cells are responsible for producing of pepsinogen in the stomach. Parietal cells produce ions and therefore responsible for formation of hydrochloric acid. Also, so-called intrinsic factor is produced by these cells. Mucus secreting usually are located in the neck, and enteroendocrine cells will be discussed later with endocrine glands. 4 types of cells in the proper gastric glands. The other, cardiac and pyloric, differ by the presence of more of the mucus secreted. They contain predominantly mucus and parietal cells. Less amount of chief cells. Do you understand? You have to remember chief cells and parietal cells. These are the most important classes of cells of the glands. This is the composition of mucus coat or mucous membrane. No glands in thallus of mucosa of the stomach. No glands. In the stomach there is one more layer, fibrae oblique. The innermost layer are fibrae oblique plus circular longitudinal, and the outermost is serous membrane. slides, and later we explain once again small